Thank you for watching another episode of Conversation. And today's topic is going to be serotonin, but not just that. We're going to also talk about how to connect to you and talk with your body. And today's guest is going to be Cornelia. Hi, Cornelia.
Hello, Piret, and hello, the audience listening.
hmm She's joining us all the way from Switzerland.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here in your show in Florida, right? Wonderful.
Exactly. Well, it's all international because the internet is international, so we're all over the world, always.
Yes, it's
Okay,
true.
tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, Cornelia.
With pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. Um, you know, I'm an electrical engineer, and I really studied electrical engineering because I always was fascinated about this power when you plug something into the plug, and then all of a sudden it's working. And so I really wanted to know how the energy got into the socket.
Mhm.
And so for a long time, energy was only for me electric energy. But then, as life showed me differently, when I studied electrical engineering and working in the energy industry, it's very man dominated. Yeah, it's a man's
Mhm.
world. And I really had to, even during my studies, always to prove to be double or triple better, really have to stand my woman. And so I always wanted to show the world, I can do everything. I can, be a manager, have a perfect, family, have a perfect spouse, perfect community. And then my body told me, you have forgotten one important parameter in this equation,
Oh.
and this is you. And what happened? I got really sick.
Mhm.
And at that time, then was of course with doctors. You want to get healthy again. And
Mhm.
then the way that was outlined to me from the traditional medicine, I just felt I can't go down this route. I really, there was so much resistance. But as an engineer, I know that if you have a problem, there are always more than one solution. So
Mhm.
I was looking what are other solutions are out there. And
Okay.
so I did some research, and I found then that's when the time when I discovered the quantum field and all the energy there. Hello, wow, we have a listener already.
Yeah, she likes to come in our show.
Oh, wow, that's so cute. And so then all of a sudden I realized, energy is so much more. It's not just electric energy. If you really go down into quantum physics, it sounds so academia, but in a way it's real life. We our cells are made of energy. Yeah, or every thought, every belief, our relationships, whatever we are doing, everything is just energy. And also, the mobile phone, and also, money, it's just energy. So
Mhm.
with this perspective, my life really changed completely. And I really get kind of this holistic view on energy. I can explain it like what are the frequencies, what's the techniques behind it, but I
Mhm.
can use it like more in a practical way, and that's why I'm a personal energy strategist and show people how they really can manage their own energy. Because I don't know if you're aware, in last winter we had this energy crisis in Europe, and people were for first time in their life they were aware, okay, energy can be restricted, can be limited. And the same is with our body, right? If we just are running out of energy, then we have a burnout, and we just, then I don't care about time management, because what can you do with all your time when you're feeling not well and you don't have enough energy to really enjoy your life, right?
Yeah, a
So
lot of
that's why
people
my
have that
focus,
problem.
yeah,
A lot of people have that. That's like main problem. Like people saying they don't have energy.
exactly. And I think this is key. And that's kind of my mission in a way, to show people, because it's so easy. There's so many easy ways on how you can get energy. and recharge your energy, and then life is just completely different, your personal one, but also for your business. And because especially women, they really want to make an impact, but they have so much on their plate, and you need to have really energy to make an impact, to get everything done, right, and to get into action. So that's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm. And I like that they were saying, like, you don't just have like, a lot of people, they know about energy work, and they know how to work with the body energy and the personal energy, but you have actual experience with the real energy in like technological way. So that
Exactly.
makes such a big difference. You like seeing how it works outside of the body as well. So that's
Exactly, and there's so
amazing.
many analogies between really electric energy and also our life energy. It's so interesting. Yeah, it's similar.
It's so similar. Oh, that's cool. So, and when you're working with the body energy, so and that's what I was saying, like in the middle there, like people have low energy. So, why do people feel that low energy, in your opinion, or what you know?
I think the main reason is that one of our biggest energy vampire, I'm calling it, is
Oh,
stress. Because
stress.
it's consuming like on the chemical and physiological, I'm not a biologist, as you already know, but it's
Mhm.
consuming so much of our energy, and then we just don't have enough to do those things we really want to do. And
Oh,
that's why I think like key is really to and I think the most important issue is that most people are not even aware that they are stressed, because it's already their normal state.
hmm. So they already got used to it, lower energy, and they don't. Let's say, like, I would understand it this way: they used to it having the lower energy, and they only charge them up to that level of low energy, but they need to charge them up more to have that extra energy there, more than they used to it.
Yeah, and it's so powerful, because normally most of us are brought up, we are so completely in our mind. I'm a scientist. I was for a very long time in my brain, but then really my body showed me, that's where the music plays, right? Because you can have
Okay.
really huge dreams and plans, but if
Hmm.
you're not healthy, you just can't get into action. And we are kind of forgetting about our body, but it's an important part of our whole system.
Hmm. So we're using too much energy in our head and don't leave enough for our body.
Yes, so many and that what is in our body, that is kind of consumed to mitigate stress and to run all these processes that are running in our body. And so in a way, I developed a technique which is based on the kinesiological muscle test. You probably have heard about it. In a way, it says um, it's used for testing out like supplements or also medicine. And in a way, it says if you have something in your hand that is not good for your body, the muscle is weak. Then it's you can't be strong. But if you have like something that's really good for your body, then your muscle is really strong, and then like for some, you just can't put the arm down. But if it's weak, then you just it's there's no power in your arm.
Hmm.
And um and the disadvantage by this kinesiological muscle test is that you always need somebody who is testing with you. Yeah, you always need a second person. And I'm always wanna do my own stuff, so not depend on other people. So that's why I discovered or developed also this other method, and it's called the standing method. You can do it when you stand. And I know you're sitting now, but maybe you want to join. In a way, you can really, you can communicate with your body, but you need to know what's the yes and what's the no of your body. Otherwise, you can't. It's like learning a language. You need to know when you get a sign from your body, what does it mean?
Mm-hmm.
And in a way, you can calibrate your body in saying, I'm showing you. Maybe it's
Yeah,
turning
that's
around.
the thing. Like, I don't have room to stand up right here.
Yes, but I show
No.
it. I show
So I'll
it.
let you show all that. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So when I say, you can say, I'm gonna say my name, and then you see how my body reacts. So my name is Cornelia. See, it's tilting forward. This
Mm-hmm.
means this is my yes. So my name is Paul, and then my body goes backwards. So this is my no. And so that's the real how you can communicate with your body.
Can
And
I
then,
try? Can I try it sitting down? Would it work?
yeah, try it.
Let me try. My name is Pirat. Oh, I did feel that. My name is Tom. I felt that, but it's like slight movement. So I'm gonna try it later with standing up as well, just with the name. That's interesting because it's like even if the like I felt when I said my name, it was like stronger
Yeah, I can
movement,
see it.
slight but still stronger. But then I said the other name, it was like just a little bit I felt, but probably feel more when I stand up.
That's
Okay.
why I recommended at the beginning to do it standing, because then you feel it more. You get a bigger movement, and then it's easier for you to detect it. Because if it's like this and this, then it's at the beginning it's more difficult, right, to get a clear yes and a clear no. And then
Mhm.
because we spoke about the stress management, then you can even now you can communicate with your body. You can ask him, am I stressed? Yeah. So if it's going back and forward, so it's kind of, yeah,
It looks
a
like
little
you're
bit.
not really stressed. You probably work a lot with your energy because I didn't see you going forward a lot. So you're not that stressed because you're working a lot with how to work the energy.
Yes, but I'm also human, right?
Mhm.
So there are also
A little
things
bit.
that's stressing me. I'm completely honest about it. So, and then so it's a little bit, but it's also good for you, because if you don't feel stressed, right, then you can ask yourself, and your body can't lie. It's just telling you the truth, if you
Mhm.
like it or not, right? Sometimes
Mhm.
we don't like the answers we are getting, right? But it's good to, at least then you can reflect on it and say, okay, I don't believe that, but deep in your
Mhm.
heart you know it's true.
Mhm.
And then you can, especially with the main stress drivers are cortisol and adrenaline. And then you can in a way check, do I have too much adrenaline, do I have too much cortisol? So too much cortisol I do have, yeah. And then you can really kind of talk to your body and ask your body to let go this cortisol, right? And then just could close my eyes and say, I ask my body to release and let go all cortisol that's on surplus. I don't need it anymore. And then my body is going backwards. And then I know it stopped the production, and yeah, feeling already much better, more
Mhm.
relaxed. And then I know you're kind of the happiness expert. And then of course, yeah, we don't want to feel not stressed, but we of course want to feel happy,
Well,
right?
no, no,
The
no.
goal.
Just like that. That's what I teach about the happiness. Like I still get stressed. I get all the other feelings as well, and that's why I teach people that happiness is not like you're 24/7 happy. It's like you feeling all those other things. That things happen in your life. You get stressed, but you go back to your like core state is happiness. So whenever you done with dealing that situation and get like settle down or like take care of the problem or this, then you go back to the happiness. You don't get stuck in those other feelings. You find a solution and like you deal with the stress. Like I deal, what's the problem? I like you now. I'm learning this way, like dealing with the stress, and then you go back to the happiness. But it's not like you just people have to understand. It's not something that's always you're always just happy and you don't feel any other feelings. That's not being human, you know. Happiness is where you know, like, okay, I have to deal with this problem. I have to get, like, now I feel stressed because something happened, or I got like even tired from work after like something, or you were in a situation that it was stressful, and then but you deal with it, like you do this exercise, and after that you go back to being happy instead of staying stressed for like days and hours and too long.
That's so true what you're saying. There's always life, right? And life
Hmm.
is just there. And you some things you just can't change. Some of them you can, but it's good always to the thing that you really can influence is the way you look at a certain situation or something that happened to you. That you can influence, right? Some other things we can't. And already, and that's what I'm also, thanks for really pointing out what I'm also showing, that when you work on your energy, you just, have this buffer and you're more resilient, and then some things just don't trigger you anymore, or you're just more relaxed about it. So in a way, it helps you in general to there are moments when you really have these deep dives, but you know how to get out of them soon. And then and sometimes you probably don't even fall that deep anymore, because you already you know it's okay, I'm gonna manage.
Hmm. Hmm. So you were saying like then we be with the three things: cortisol, adrenaline, and serotonin. So before we go to serotonin, how about the adrenaline?
Yeah, for me, I tested that I didn't have a surplus on adrenaline, but of course you can check it the same way. Do you have too much adrenaline now? And if yes, then you just ask your body to stop the production
But
and
what if
calm
you
down.
don't have enough?
Sorry?
What if you don't have enough?
Then you
What
can
if you
ask
want
your
more?
body to increase it.
Let's do the one that we have to increase.
Yes, if it's it's the same with serotonin. I can ask, do I have enough serotonin? No. So there's room for more. And then you ask your body, so please, you know produce as much serotonin that is optimal for me right now, because you know my body or your body is your expert. I don't know what's good for you, but you have your expert with you,
Mm-hmm.
and you just need to ask it. And then I think that's the secret about it. And I think we are all special, we are all unique, and our bodies are unique, and that's why it's so powerful if you know how have a tool with which you can figure out what's good for you. And maybe it's not good for somebody else, but for you it's good in this moment.
Mm-hmm. And that's what people like were saying before. People have lost, they don't have a contact with their body. Like it's so important to know like about your body and to feel it and know what it's there instead of just dragging it along all day. Like you just dragging your body along or your body drags you along, to have like a real connection with your body parts, what is inside, and just have those energetic thoughts with your body. And that's what you're teaching as well, how to like people who have not done that work, any kind of different energy work before. This is a good way to start. This is the good way to
Yes,
start the
and
way you teach it.
yeah, because that's the downside with energy. Most of us, we don't see it, right? And that's why we are all brought up kind of in the Newton's world. Everything you can't touch, you can't see, and you can't measure, it just doesn't exist, right?
Hmm.
And here it's in a way, it's open a little crack, or that you're open to this energy world. I wouldn't have thought about it before, but now I just love it. And like with this movement and with this communication, you feel a difference and you see it, right? It helps you to better understand, and for your mind, because your brain, it's yeah, I think you need to include everything, also your brain, because if you only focus on your body, and leave your brain aside, it doesn't work either, because then you always
Mm-hmm.
have like this little voice in your head and say, do you really believe this? That's just nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't have to do that. But we all know that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to bridge it in a way, and I think this exercise is so nice, because it gives us your brain food for thought. Okay, yes, there's a movement. Yes, I understand. And you also, but still, more connected with yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's what I find with people who just exercise and they don't do any energy or mind work, because they exercise and they only in the body. They do the exercises, but they don't sometimes even get results because they do the movements, but they don't have contact with their body.
Mm-hmm.
They just automatically do the movements and they forget that like body gets stressed when it's not connected to energy and mind. So now, okay, they have they build their body and muscles, but it's still stressed. Like they go out of the gym and they still stressed because they didn't have the connection to the body.
So
They just
true.
worked it, yeah, they just worked their body out, build the muscle or lost some weight and all this, but they didn't lose any stress because they were not connected to a body.
And especially for you as the expert in happiness, you know it's I think it's even a step further, because if you're not connected with your body, then of course you're kind of disconnecting from some feelings like anger or rage or sadness, but you're also cutting off yourself from feeling like positive feelings like happiness and love,
Mhm.
because your body is the one who enables it to you to feel it. Because even if you say to somebody, I love you, you feel the love in your body, right?
Mhm.
And uh, and um, and not not in the other body, but you feel it in yourself. And even if you say it to yourself, you will figure out you feel it, right? And that's
Mhm.
what I think is, yes, there are some negative feelings we don't enjoy that much, but it's part of the whole
Yeah.
package.
Mhm. We need them and they come out naturally. They're showing us like it's something. They might be showing that some situation is wrong or something in your body is wrong, or just dealing with
Exactly.
the situation. The same way we were just like talking with another guest about crying. Like crying is also an important thing to do. When your body needs it to do, then let it cry, because like your body just tells you like, okay, I need to cry it out. Then it's done with that, energy is released.
So beautiful said. Yeah, but in a way we are kind of living in a society where it's not really accepted that you cry in public. But I'm just really following this, and and it happened to me like it was in the supermarket. And then all of a sudden, yeah, I don't know, I heard something or something happened, and I really felt I need to cry right now. I didn't even know why. And then I decided, okay, just let it go. Just let it
Mhm.
out, right? And then people were really kind. Oh, what's happening to you? And they said everything is okay, just releasing a little bit tension.
Mhm.
And it
Mhm.
was okay, right? And then I
Yeah.
went to the cashier and paid, and it was okay. I felt good.
Yeah, and
It's
you
not,
feel good afterwards because releasing energy is so good as well. Like there's different ways of releasing. Same way with laughing. When
yeah,
we laugh, our body releases different type of energy again. Then laughing is, and it's interesting how our body just decides like, okay, something was funny or we liked something and we feel laughing. It just, for me, it's always fascinating our when our body does something, like gets a response to something that comes from outside or inside, and our body responds. Like we're not telling ourselves like, okay, now laugh. Our body just has that reaction, automatic reaction to like we see something funny or we experience something funny and we're laughing.
yes, it's so wonderful. And you also see it with your body posture, right? If you really if you're sad, or then you kind of hunch your shoulders, or when you're angry, then you're pulling up, that's
Mm-hmm.
just natural. And when you're really happy, you just, you feel,
Yep.
you show yourself, you just can't
Mm-hmm.
differently. Yeah. And that's exactly
Mm-hmm.
what you're saying. It's that's why we also kind of sometimes trying to listen to these body signals from others. When we communicate, it's not only with our words, but we're also watching about body language.
Mm-hmm.
But we are also trained not to show emotions, and so it's more and more getting difficult. But some things you just can't hide.
Mm-hmm. I think it should become more acceptable when people showing their emotions in society. Like people should be more supportive, like when for the crying, for the laughing, and showing like different emotions. It should be more accepted.
Yes, but I think I'm truly with you. But I think this only works if people know how to deal with their emotion. Because if you're completely angry or enraged,
Yeah.
you just need to know that you need to probably step out and or I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
punch into a pillow or whatever to get
Mm-hmm.
it out. So you need to have a technique how to deal with it. Otherwise, I think it's more difficult also for your environment, right?
Yeah. Well, that kind of emotions, yeah, you have to understand that you can't take it out on other people and everything like this. Like negative emotions, you can't take them out on other people, but like positive ones are the ones that you can share again. Like the joy and happiness, those are the ones that you want to share, and kindness. All these ones you share, but like anger is definitely something that if it needs to go out, you have to make sure you don't take it out on other people.
Yeah, sure. But even to have the possibility of saying sorry, this really made me so angry. I have to get a step out for like 5 minutes and
Mm-hmm.
manage, right? And this is more accepted that you're aware. Okay, now I'm getting really angry, and it's okay. You need to let it out, but not on other people, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And emotions are all the energy as well.
Yes,
How
very
is
powerful energy.
so? How do you like when you have worked with the human energy for some? How long now? Like after the technical energy?
So I think I started. Yeah, it's 5 years now. Yeah.
Okay. So compared to like technical energy, how do you compare the emotions? How do
You know,
they?
the good thing, why we also, that's just my way how I see the world. The We are scared for sadness and rage and anger because we always think when they are there they stay forever, or at least for a very long time. And then
Mhm.
especially with real grief or sadness, and then you're kind of drowned for months. But in general, really just from the scientific point of view, an emotion is something in motion. It just wants to flow through your body and be seen and felt, and then it goes away. But what we do, we have never learned to how to deal with these emotions. And if something happened, and we think, now I can't handle it, then we hold on to this emotion, and then it's kind of stored somewhere in our system, and it's kind of trapped there, right? And it doesn't even want to stay there. And then it can kind of, yeah, have an influence on your physical health, because if you have lots of emotions stored somewhere in the system, then they just block the energy flowing, and then of course it can cause also physical problems or pain. So the research shows that an emotion only stays for 90 seconds in your system when you just observe. But when you hang on, it can stay for 90 years.
Wow. That is I didn't know that. That's really cool. So actually, it takes like I was thinking maybe you're gonna take few minutes. You're gonna say a few minutes or something like this, but it's only like few seconds if you just let it go through.
Yeah, it's just you don't need to connect with it, but to observe and like saying, okay, now I'm feeling angry, and it's completely okay because this situation yeah, it leads to feeling angry. Yeah, I'm human. It's okay. But yeah, just
And
observe and then let
yeah,
it go.
exactly like you said, you acknowledge, I feel angry, let it go.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck in it and don't start thinking about like, oh, I'm angry and this person, why did it, and this whole situation, and they're starting to like create something so big out of that one short emotional feeling that they're getting. You're right
Yes,
about that. That's cool.
and even look at like just to make a little bit fun and make it a little bit more entertaining for your audience, for your really cool audience. Just thinking from the perspective of the emotion, right? It's just coming, just flowing, wants to flow through your body, say hello, I'm here, have a look at me. And then all of a sudden it's kind of grabbed and trapped and stored in kind of a deep dark area somewhere in your body, and then there it's stuck. Do you want that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. That's interesting. That's interesting if it's just like people to understand that they can just acknowledge it only for a few seconds that, okay, I'm having this feeling, and then let it go. They don't have to react on it like at all, you know?
Yeah, and
Actually,
you're having an emotion. You are not this emotion. You're having it, and everything what you're having, you just can let go.
mm-hmm, exactly. I want to do that exercise with serotonin now. Like they were saying, like how to teach this. Are you still there? Yeah, you
Yes, now
froze up
there.
for a
So there was
second. Yeah, it's
there
good.
was there was too much energy now.
Yeah. Well, but that's what happens. I've seen that before, like not in like as much in a podcast, but I've seen it in certain situations with electronics or something else around you. I see when there's like really a lot of energy going on, there's like the technical energy also replies or like
Yes,
needs to like human energy. I've
and there's a
experienced
lot of
that before.
energy now in this podcast because it's such a positive atmosphere you're creating.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, so serotonin. From your energy work, what do we need serotonin in our body for, like for our as humans?
As I said before, it's similar. You just ask your body. You can close your eyes. You can even put your hands, on your belly, feel comfortable, and then you just communicate with your body and ask to produce that much serotonin that is optimal for you right now. For me, I feel now that it's kind of producing. Yeah, it's changing my energy right now. I feel so much. Yeah, when even just by thinking about it, I already have a big smile on my face.
Mhm.
Yeah, it shifts everything.
For people who don't know, why do we need serotonin? Not
I think
biological way, but the energy way.
the energetic way, it's that it's one of the lucky hormone. And here
Okay.
I just wanted to show you that from the energetic point of view, also serotonin, it's just a frequency, it's just an energy. And with a personal energy management, you can let go energies, but you can also produce certain energies. And that's what I wanted to show you, that you're not dependent on somebody to feel happy, and not even to a situation. Like, you can create your energy by yourself. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the fascinating part about it. You're not depending that somebody says something to you, or you're sitting at the beach and watching a sunset. That's like automatic things that makes us feel happy. But you can just create the energy, and you will have the same effect.
Mm-hmm. Because that made me think about like so many people, they know exactly how to create anger, you know? They know how to make themselves angry right away. Like there's, if you will tell, and that's interesting to think of, like people would be so easy, like make yourself feel angry, and it seems so easy to them. And if you say make yourself happy, they struggle. But actually, there's the same, it's just the same type of energy. You just have to create energy.
Yes, it's this polarity, right? So
Yeah.
if you can do it in this direction, yeah, you can also do it in the other direction. It's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that was interesting realization right now, because we have to understand that energy is energy. It just depends what name you put it to it, and how you're gonna release it, and what you're gonna use it for. And also you can turn it, like I learned how to turn like let's say, before they say if you feel like anxious or something, this, I learned how to turn that energy into excitement. So
Mm-hmm.
when people were saying like, "Oh, you feel like anxious or something, you're scared," like I learned how to take that energy and turn it like, "Okay, I'm gonna take same way talking with your body." And I was talking, saying like, "Well, I have this energy. I want to turn it to excitement instead."
Yeah, it's just an emotion, right? And in a way, it's neutral. So and you just can yeah, just not hang on to it. That's the
Mhm.
best recommendation.
And like it says, like it's energy, it's emotion, and then it's up to you what label you're gonna put on it and how you're
Yes,
gonna release it.
exactly. Exactly
That,
this way, yeah.
yeah, that's the way it works. That's cool. So how do you work with your clients? Do you work
Remotely, all
this is the
remotely.
way how you work. Like you do this exercise?
Yes, we are also, most of the time my clients they have like a health issue or some other issues, and then it's more most of the time because there's some energy or some beliefs are kind of stored somewhere in the system, and then we just release it, and then yeah, and then I show them how can recharge their energy, and that's also the other thing, if you have lots of energy, then other people around feel it, right? And there, we all know them. There are a lot of energy vampires out there. You kind of suck
Oh
your
yeah.
energy. And then, of
Hmm.
course, I show them how to protect your energy so it stays with you. And so, yeah, there are a lot of tips and tricks. But I have, for your audience, if you're interested, I have this. Yeah, this ebook, and it's for free on my webpage. It's about energetic stress management. You just can download it.
Hmm. I think I have the link for it in the description as well. Let me put your website out here for right now as well. So I think it's the book in there as well on that website.
Yes, it's on the website. It's a free ebook, and there are also explained a little bit more. Because these are of course exercises for acute stress management, but most of the time there are some things behind, right? And personal energy management is all about not working on the symptoms, so but really finding the cause, and dissolving the cause, and then the symptoms go away on their own. And that's the beauty about personal energy management. So it's always kind of looking behind the scenes, what's actually really causing me being stressed, and then if you release it, then yeah, you feel much happier. And so this is for what you do in the moment, but for long term it's better to really resolve the issue behind it.
Hmm. And that's what, like, well, for like people that they come to you, people who come to you, besides stress, you said pain. So the pain will connect the same way, because a lot of people like the most that I hear what people are saying, they have lower back pain. That's really
Yes.
common thing to hear all the time. So what would they do?
And
What?
then I would connect with their energy, and then most of the time then I'm because the information is in your energy, is in your system, right? You just need to interpret it. So then I get the information, what's the problem, and then we work on it. Most of the time there is not one problem. There are, if it's really big pain, there are several reasons behind it. And this can be kind of stored emotions, stored beliefs. Can also be that you have like blame for somebody, or you have even stored pain from your when you were a childhood, you couldn't manage a certain situation, or or an energetic blockade. Then you remove that. So I'm just everybody's unique, so there are always a special combination for everybody. We look into it, and then we resolve it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's important for people to know, because they don't even, like, most people don't even think about their body like this way. They just go through the day,
Yeah,
and they never think about their body, that it's something that they can communicate with, talk with, uh, move the energy around. You know, it's like I learned that. I don't remember how long, but I've already like learned, and like I talk with my bodies, like when it feels certain way, I tell it to like relax, not to like release something, or like if something hurts, or like waking up in the morning after something stressful, you wake up in the morning and your body is stiff or something like this, then you start talking with your body.
yeah, because it's telling you something, that you should look at something. Yeah, it's not be- because it wants you to feel bad, because in a way it's telling you, there is a problem in your back pain, please solve it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then when you solve it, right, then the pain is gone, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's just more kind of a message, please look into it,
Mm-hmm.
like an
Yeah.
email from your body.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So that's interesting as well. So with all the energy work, but I wanted to go back to serotonin for a second.
Hmm.
It's like I want to do that again. For some reason, I feel like I want to do that again. But I wanted to do first, like finding out, do I need it? So I asked, do I need it first? Do
Hmm.
I need serotonin? Or how do I find out if I have? Do I need it? Do I need more, or do I need less?
And
What's the question to ask? If I need more, I need less.
yeah, do I need more? Now I'm already uploaded, so I get a yeah, a no. And
Okay.
then do I need less? No, because
Yeah, you
now
already
I'm a
did
bad
the work. You did
example,
it
because
away.
for me,
Let me. So I
okay,
don't
I'll
think
try
I
it.
did. I did a little bit, but I don't think I got it right into it. So I think it's also like when it doesn't work in the beginning, you just have to practice more, because I don't think I did like all the way. So I
Yeah,
opened my eyes and I was done with doing it earlier than I should have. I think my mind's telling me I didn't do enough. So let me ask.
exactly. But
Yeah.
your body
Let me ask.
wasn't.
Do I have enough serotonin? Or what I will move forward?
Then it says
Do I
yes.
need more serotonin? I went back. So maybe I
Yeah,
did have enough.
but then you can say, is it optimal for you? And there I get a no.
Is it optimal? Do I have optimal serotonin? Yeah, no. So let me
You
get
get a
more
no.
serotonin.
And then this is really important with this technique. You only get an answer to the question you're asking, right? So it's very
Hmm.
important to think about the question. And so now you can, because I said before, please recharge until it's optimal. So for me now, this moment is
Oh,
optimal.
okay, okay. I didn't do optimal. I was just like following you. That's what I'm saying. Like for the viewers, when you're watching and you're just starting to practice, don't give up in the first moments and everything. Just work with it, try and experiment until you like start feeling it completely. So it's like with everything what you're doing new, it's not gonna be perfect in the first time. Just like practice and practice when you get it down right. So let me now ask for optimal serotonin. I feel more.
Yeah, let's check. Because via the quantum field, of course, I'm connected with you. I can check if it's optimal now for you.
Okay.
No, it's not 100% optimal, but let's check what's the reason. Yeah, there's you
I
didn't do
think yeah.
the first exercise, right? There's more cortisol in there, so that's why it can't be optimal at the moment.
Hmm. More cortisol
No, you didn't release all cortisol, and
before
that's
the
why it can't
serotonin.
upload to the optimal amount of serotonin. That's what I test.
Okay. Okay. Let me get rid of some cortisol. Do I need Cornelia? Do I need some of the cortisol, or I need to get rid of all of it? Do we need some of it, or we need to release all of it?
Mm, Release until it's optimal for you.
Okay.
Your body knows. I don't know, but your body knows.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I get
Mm-hmm.
information. It's optimal now, and now
Mm-hmm.
we try again with the serotonin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can feel now your serotonin growing. I
Mm-hmm.
can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
very
And I
nice.
think I had to like after we're done with the show as well, I'm gonna have to do it standing up.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like my mind's telling me that I want to try do it standing up as well.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's such a powerful tool, and it's priceless, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so I'm really sharing a lot of value with you and your audience because I think it needs to go into the world.
Yeah. And it's also good to like practice it with somebody and learn it from somebody like working with the professional for that. Like it makes a difference when when they work with you and get it from that this way. But this is where like people like at home, they can just start from this, and this helps like getting started, and like maybe that's all they need. But if they need more, they can work with the professional towards it as well. So,
Yes, and actually it's so much fun. It's
mhm,
really it's also fun, like us asking questions, and I really
mhm.
enjoy it. Yeah, and you can use it in so many different situations. Yeah, for me, once you start with it and you really see how it works, then you're kind of hooked, right?
Especially like I recommend people to try with the different types of pains that they have. Like if they have any kind of pain, talk with body and let them release the pain, and
Hmm.
ask for help. You know,
Yes, very
Same
powerful.
way with all the things. So that's the way it works. So that's really cool, Cornelia. That's something
Yeah,
new.
so please keep me posted about your progress. Now I'm curious. I want to know.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're getting closer to an end as well, but like before we ending all the things, first of all, I have all your links in the descriptions as well.
Oh, thank
So
you.
yeah, what are the other things that people can connect you for? One is this energy work and your book, um, and you do coaching as well. Do you do coaching or energy work
Yes,
only? Coaching with
yes.
energy
Also,
work. Hmm.
yeah. So anyway, if you kind of feel stuck in any situation, you know, most of the time there's an energy blockade there. Yeah, and so we look into it and then can remove it. And so there are a lot of, and of course, it's for me. It's always what's really important about it is I can help a lot of people, but the thing is the beauty in it, it's empowerment. I want to really show people how they can do it on their own, because we are all 99 or 100% energy. We are energy beings. We know how to do it. It's the same like painting. Everybody can paint, but of course not everybody is a Picasso. But really, you have my really assurance you can do it, because you're a natural. And
Hmm.
sometimes it's nice if you have some training and somebody shows you. Then of course, if somebody shows you, you make faster progress. But you can do everything on your own. And also offering like a 4 months mastermind where you really kind of make a deep dive and look in the different areas of energy and the.
Yeah, and it's most important for the viewers right now until Cornelia gets the screen back. It's important to get yourself. Don't give up in the first tries. If it doesn't happen for you in the first tries, then try again until. Let me wait until Cornelia gets back. And but if it doesn't help to you right happen to you right away,
I'm back.
okay, here we
Sorry.
go. No, that's fine. That's the energy work, though. And we have to think about like we all the way from Switzerland to Florida, so it's a big difference where the energy have to move. And it's just amazing that all this technology and energy moves so fast in a live motion from all over the weather and everything else that's in between, the matter that is between me and you right now, and you right here all the way from Switzerland. So I think it's like we're talking about energy, and we just don't know how much is there in just in our own body. You know, you have to
Yeah, energy
understand that
is
first.
fascinating. Yes, I love
Yeah,
it.
what I was telling people when they were like, when it froze up for a second, I was saying, don't give up in the first tries. It's important to do it like brushing your teeth. It's important to do it like do it in the morning or evening time. Just do it all the time, and like the more you do it, you also have to maintain it, you know? Because like same way with the energy again, like if you don't maintain it, you again run it out, and you don't have again enough again.
That's so
Well,
true. That's so true.
hmm because like when the way we start, what we start from in the beginning will show what we're saying. Like if your body is used to it, the low energy, you have to work it up to the higher energy first, and then it gets used to it, the higher energy, and then just creates more higher energy. But if it's been for in a low energy for a really long time, it takes time to build it up.
Actually, it's not necessary that it takes that long, much time, because most of the time you're really having kind of, when you have low energy, there are several reasons, but there can also be energy blockades. And if you
Okay.
then remove those, then your energy can flow freely and you feel immediately a difference.
Hmm. So not as much as low, it's just blocked.
Yes, exactly. can't
Mm-hmm.
flow freely.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Before we end, I ask all my guests. I asked two questions, and those they were personal questions. What is your personal meaning about what is happiness? Not general, what's happiness, but your personal.
My personal happiness is when I feel whole in myself.
That's your personal happiness. And what are the three simple things in like in your well, it doesn't have to be three. Few of the simple things in your daily life that you make you feel happy.
Hmm. What makes me feel happy is going for a swim because I just love swimming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm addicted. And yes, what me in my daily life, or I don't have it, but it would be like sitting at the beach and just staring at the sea because I really love it. I'm a water person. And the third thing is what makes me really happy is reading a book I enjoy.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, reading books makes me happy too.
Yeah,
But that's why I always want to point out to people that like simple things in their life that are like enjoy, those are the things that will make you happy. So if they're looking for happiness from something magical from outside, that's something big that they always have, reading a book, swimming, that little thing that makes you feel happy, that is happiness, you know?
exactly. So true. There's nothing to add to this.
Hmm. Okay. We're gonna end right now. And thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you learned how to move energy around yourself. Not hopefully, but I know for sure you learned how to move the energy in yourself. And thank you, Cornelia, for teaching us all the tools. And subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and watch some new other episodes. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you, Cornelia.
Thank you, Pire, and thank you for everybody watching.